What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, presented by MFTKFoundation.com. MFTKFoundation.com is the website for all of the different things that are going on with the MFTK Foundation in the community. It's my nonprofit arm of all of the different businesses that I do. Right now, we're gearing up for the 6th annual book bag drive in Orlando, Tampa, Tallahassee, and Jacksonville. Our mission is just to basically level the playing field, give people opportunities to be able to be great and achieve things that they never have before. Through the foundation, we do our Christmas initiative. We added our 7-on-7. We're about to start doing trying to do basically sports marketing and media for people. The goal for the book bag drive is $100,000. We're at 10% of the way with that as of today. If you want to know how you can donate, just go up there, click on that garnet backdrop with the gold letters, donate today. Go scroll down and just pick what you want to do. You can do a monthly contribution of $36. You know, that might be the new way that I want you guys to start doing stuff. Is just handling that as we kind of move forward into some other entities and things that we're going to be doing. Got to play around with that a little bit more, see how I want to be able to do this tailgate, if this is the most efficient way or if there's other ways. But basically, we're going to have a store there as well where you can get MFTK apparel, all kinds of different stuff, man. Our teacher initiatives, a lot of stuff that we want to be able to do in the community. It costs money. None of this shit is free. I wish it was, but book bags are not cheap. Hopefully the tariff thing gets suspended again, and it keeps my price the same way it is, around the same price as it's been. But who knows? That's the beautiful thing about the world. It's all uncertain right now. So appreciate the support. Appreciate those who listen and subscribe to this channel. That the funds that come on this channel as well go toward that as well. So that's why we ask you guys who are watching on the Twitters to come on over here to the YouTubes and check us out. That's where we give the giveaways. Um, for guys who aren't sure, we do a yearly fantasy football. I think this is our third year doing the fantasy football. We do weekly we do college football pick 'em. We do pigskin pick 'em with the NFL. So those are opportunities to get $50 each week for winning. You compete against me, all of us. All of us do it. We get into the fun. What else do we do during this time? And then we give ticket giveaways. So the Wednesday before every FSU home game, we give away a pair of tickets. Also, if you're a member, there's a lot of people who are talking about, like, let's do something fun real quick. Go to Priceline.com or something like that. One of them things. If you don't mind, Miles. Because I'm gonna try to see how we can get what the best deal we can get for Labor Day weekend in Tallahassee. Like the best deal that you can get without being a part, but not the best deal that a Den Media member, Den Media Group member can get. Tallahassee, Florida. And Labor Day weekend would be, you got to do a 2-night minimum. So yeah, so it'll be it'll be the 29th through the 31st. If they come. Yep, 2 adults, 1 room. Oh shit. Oh wow. Hold on. That might be a good deal. Hold on. A lot of people talking about that. I wouldn't stay in that. Looking folks up. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Y'all might want to jump on this one. Because that's going in on Friday, checking out on Sunday. It's $236 a night per room for that one. Now these are the kind of like the project hotels, but like this ain't bad, dog. Like I'd stay in the Spring Hill Suites. Scroll down, keep going to La Quinta. 113 a night. When like that's the one on the Parkway. That's you put August. Oh, I'm like, yo, those are some 29th to the 31st. I'm like, man, those are some really good deals. Like, y'all need to jump on that shit. Oh, yeah, okay. Now it's making more sense. All right. You'll open the comments something else so I can see them on the screen. But like, all right, so you got $713 for the Quality Inn. Scroll down. Yeah, so you're looking at $600. If you're a Den Media Group member, if you want to stay at the Team Hotel, I have the rooms reserved at the Team Hotel, and it's about it'll be about $850 for the whole week for a 2-night stay. So none of that is up there, but like none of those. It's none of those. Those are all rough. Trying to look at ones that are pretty, the ones that I would stay in. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, that's crazy. But if you wanted to stay in the Aloft that weekend, they don't have any discounts. There's no government. What's a Hotel Duval? Yep, that's about right. Hotel Duval here right now is $1,112 a night. Aloft $1,112 a night. 4 Point Sheridan, the team hotel, $1,122 a night. There's got to be collusion if they're like all that close.
Yeah.
So that's what that is for you guys. But if you're colored, if you're one of my coloreds, tell you what it's going to be. Nah, man, I don't know what you don't know what you're going to come into there. That look like you catch an STD by laying down. All right. So right now, the Sports Den rate is $385 before tax a night during football season. Just know that. So $3.99 can get you that. But we only have so many. We can only reserve a few. So let me know if you need the help. Day of the game, I might be able to get you in as well a little bit better. So just know membership, subscriptions, all of that stuff has its perks. Yeah. Just, I mean, the Alabama people are going to pay for it. So eventually I'm going to get on one of these Alabama channels and we're going to get hooked up. So, but yes. On that note, we got, before we get into what we're going to be talking about for today, we have to start our day off with. You go on your Instagram too? I sent you a message on Instagram too. I want to start this day off with some praise and worship. So we're gonna start off with a prayer first, as we always do, because you gotta keep God first.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God. Go.
Damn, I thought I sent it to you. So maybe I just sent it to Jaden. Well, I'm gonna play this. Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm gonna play this. How does it keep going to my? It keeps doing something crazy. Anyways, let me try to get this thing on. It's called. How does it keep going to my? It keeps doing something crazy. Anyways, subscribe. Try to get this thing on. Oh, that's why. All right, that's on. All right, I didn't know why was up. What was going on? All right, I think I got it figured out. Too much stuff, too much electronics. Just keep the main thing. It's always keep the main thing, guys. That's basically all this man is trying to preach and minister.
Fuck nigga, keep God in your life. Fuck nigga, keep God in your life. Fuck nigga, you need to praise the Lord or Allah or Yahweh, whoever you believe in. Get connected. Come on. Hey, look. God blessing all the trap niggas. They worshiping the devil. I don't really fuck with rap niggas. But keep a Mac nigga and a Bible in the back nigga. Yeah, he praise God. But if you have to hit smack niggas, give it up to God. That's the answer to my problems. A list of things I need, I'm praying God to solve them. I need racks, nigga. I need stacks and I need plaques, nigga. I need everything. If you God, give me that, nigga. I ask you for money. Why you make me go broke? I told you my dreams. Why you make me lose hope? Everything right in front of you. You really just don't know. Only way to go is up when you really at your low. When you give it to God, learn a lesson for the test. God reveal the worst so that you can be your best. So anytime you feeling down, anytime you go to rest, say it out loud.
With your mother with your chest.
Keep God in.
Hey, if people really praise like they want to, that's how I believe that energy. He said, say it with your chest. God damn. It reminds me of like this Drewski skit that my boy Reggie used to always send to me. He was like, so he said, "That's right, do what you gotta do, and keep God in your life." Fuck, nigga. Like, hey man, keep God in your life as we go through here and start talking about what we're gonna discuss on the show. Sam Mountains or whatever the hell is he's doing, um, living his best life. We got FSU talk. We're going to talk about the many good things that happened at FSU over the weekend between softball, track and field, and things like that. The most famous college football player drafted in each state. The last time each Power 4 team went undefeated at home. The top 10 college football. I hate list Twitter, but this list was interesting. Bill Belichick discussing his hose problems with the brothers of the pivot. The NFL rookie premiere, every NFL team's biggest bust. Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Shadur with jokes, FaceTime and Cam Ward, a crazy stat. The best QBs in prime time. My man getting paid. Denny's homeboy getting paid. AJ Brown keeping it real. Brittany Mahomes actually, like, can you make mid better? Then we got my BS, which includes AB, RG3, Scotty Schefter, and who would have thought subject. And also David Portnoy showing that he's not a dick, that he has some kind of good redeeming qualities. And Flow Rider, and do rap names really mean what they mean? Are they hiding in plain sight? Can you get mad at somebody when they told you that what they were about from the beginning? So going into that, all right, let's get into FSU. Let's get into our FSU topics. Oh, actually, before that too, shout out to my boy Mandarin U. We had a whole bunch of kids get offered this weekend too by Morgan State. It came through, offered some of our guys. Our guy KJ, big right tackle, he's getting offers from everybody. So starting to pick up steam. Came from Reigns. Oh, and speaking of religion, did you know that Harry Christians were a real thing? The Harry Christians or Hera Christians or Hera. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I've never heard that term.
So I thought it was a joke. Like they'd be like, "Oh, that's a Harry Christian," and I'm like, "All right, I don't really know what that is." It's Indian people's religion. Like, and they really just like one, they food fire. They gave me some Indian barbecue sauce. And it was like, it was lit. And they go around and they sing their song. They got the very same, all their songs are the same variation of just saying the name. So when I went to rode up on the beach, and when I'm getting there, I just see a bunch of like the most Indians I've ever seen in my life. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Harry Christian walking down, it was holding something. And they were like, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Krish. Like they were literally just singing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And they was like dancing in the smell of curry. The smell of curry, like really. I wasn't trying to be discriminatory. But I did smell curry, and I'm like, yo, I don't see no food. Why? Like that's messed up. Like I shouldn't smell this much strong curry. But then I look over to my right, and they got like the whole park vibing and shit. And it said free feast. So they basically had a Harry Christian family reunion where you go and get a plate, and you go learn about the Harry movement. I don't know nothing about Harry. But like if you go, it should be on my IG on my reels. It's where I just showed my walking viewpoint with the glasses. But so are they Christians that are hairy? Because like I saw you just had the thing up. Let me. I didn't. I'll go look it up. You go find the Like it was cool. Like they had like they eat rice and beans, like right, every race. They had pasta salad that tasted like pasta salad from my family. That's not my page. I don't know who them white kids. I don't know who them white people are. Oh, I'm gonna say, I don't know who that white kid is. Yeah. Harry Christians refers to both the religious movement and the International Society of Christian Consciousness and Mantra. Also known as the Hare Christian movement, is a monotheistic tradition within Hinduism that focuses on devotional worship of Krishna. The mantra I wasn't I'm telling you, so it's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. That was what they were saying to different like beats. Yeah, so all right, scroll down, keep going. Right there to the right. On the bottom, right after Tupac. Yep, that one right there. Yeah, log in. That sucks. But like, and I did a little fool. I did a BS or actually Jaden would be proud of me. I did BS or bussing.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, where is on? So Deshaun Watson's at what we looking for that. Deshaun Watson is at one of the HBCUs have been doing a better job this year though. They've been sliding and offering kids in Jacksonville. They normally been staying away from us. They just figured they didn't have a shot. So get that noise.
Is there sound on it?
Yeah, it should be so. She was kind of fine for an Indian. I don't know what that means or not, but like she was cute. And then this white dude was giving me the game on the barbecue sauce. What was it was just rice with a bunch of shit in it.
I mean, BS or busting.
I was busting. It was good. It was definitely good. I just need them to change up their hymns a little bit. They gotta add a little bit more. You can't just go around just screaming, just saying the name over and over again. Like I feel like more cultural things can be added to it, and they can be like they should just adopt some gospel principles. I mean, it's a monotheistic religion. The different gospel and R&B the same song, same music. Only difference is R&B singing to everybody. Gospel music is singing to the same, is just singing to one person.
There.
The same love song. Like you can just take whatever love song you want. Seems Like You're Ready by R. Kelly. Just flip that. Don't sing it to God. And you got a gospel song right there. So, but on that note, FSU in the news, making their thing, doing their thug dizzle. We are not a football school. We are a softball. We play stickball in Florida State. We are Olympic sports focused. Everybody else is worried about the wrong thing. Realize where we are, buttering our bread. So our girls, oh Lord, is that who we playing in the Supers? Only reason that scares me is because Texas Tech has allegedly they have a softball player who gets paid $1 million. She transferred. She's the number one pitcher and the best pitcher in the nation. She transferred over there, and when our bats go quiet, they go quiet. But that's cool though. FSU versus Texas Tech for the Supers. Really cool. Like, this is the time of year. If you don't like softball, if you don't know anything about it, go watch it, because these girls be like, it's intense. Liberty, Texas A&M, like went into like extra innings, and like Texas A&M was the number one seed, and Liberty beat them.
Yeah.
So like it's really cool to see this. Shout out to these girls for continuing to do their thing. Especially Coach Lonnie with the things that she's going through with cancer. Kudos to her. Can't wait to see it. Hopefully we knock this out. We do our thing right here. I'm optimistic. And shout out to our 4x1 team 1-2. Shout out to FSU. Shout out to my dog Ricky. I should call him right now. But the sprinters were sprinting. They did their thing. Won the 4x100. It's my guy Makai Danzy is probably going to be ACC male track athlete of the year when it's all said and done, because all he's doing is racking up golds. But him and those guys did their thing. If you've been listening to this show, I've been saying it for over a year, and this has nothing to do with me not thinking he's a good football player. It's just meaning he's an exceptional talent on the track. I really believe my guy should just lock in, man, and be the greatest track athlete that Florida State has ever seen and Florida High has ever seen.
Are track athletes getting NIL deals?
Yeah.
How come they're not reported on as much?
Because nobody cares in America. Like, track is more of a European, and like it's an individual sport. People just like again. I just told you a girl getting $1 million to pitch in softball.
Yeah, right.
And nobody's saying that's just too much money. The girls have never seen that kind of money before. There's nobody who deserves $1 million to pitch a softball. No, you don't get think pieces like that. You only get think pieces in situations where people want control. And it's where 70% of the population, 70% of the people who play that sport look like a certain way. I'm just saying that's not right. Just capitalism is capitalism. But shout out to Makai for that right there. But that wasn't his only accomplishment this weekend. He basically gets his own thing. Shout out to the ladies too first, the lady sprinters. Oh, we got a Pilgrim in that bad boy. Boy, you know them girls bad. When you got a white girl skedaddling on them. I love how the other team looks dejected.
That's a great shot.
But if you look at it, it looks like the team in the background got the silver medal.
Yeah.
Do you see a noticeable difference?
The ratio.
You have 3-3. It's 3-1 is the ratio. That's the perfect one. That's the perfect ratio. 3-1. But you want a 3-1 a certain way. Even that girl looks tanned. She's got seasoning. She's seasoned salt. She's white pepper. White pepper's good when you add a little bit, when you put it into a dish. The other team is the flip. They got real whites. With the black girl that probably her name is probably Stephanie or something like that. But no, it's cool. Like, I like it. Shout out to FSU track. Yeah, Olympic sports. dominating the ACC the way God intended it to be. And they set a meet record. Hold on, listen. Ooh, that girl name. I know that's not really. Why they only got 3 people's name up here? Hold on, that's not right. That girl named Lucy May. Lucy May Sleeman.
The name out of Sinners.
You right? Shanice Walker, Leanna Tyson, and Joella. Exactly. She is banging though, Joe. If that's Joella, that's a good one right there. One of y'all boys over there in God's country. Y'all go on ahead and do the right thing, man. Get on here and get with Joella. Have her talking like the lady from Sinners. I wanted to listen, but then you stuck your tongue in my coos. Shanice probably about to win the NCAA. She ran a 10.99 in the 100. Shanice got that hair. She's skedaddling. Love it. She's not only she set a meet record and she won the 100. Good stuff for Shanice. I appreciate you being excellent, baby. Did I make sure I got the right one? We got men's triple jump. We won that as well. Kevon Tatum jumped 52 feet. That's far. We had shout out to my dog Neo. He ran a 10.08 in the 100. That's fast. But not like you gotta break 9 to win to probably win the NCAA this year. I thought I missed something. All right, so we got the Gadies.
Did we get Makai?
Nah, we got Makai. Makai hit 4 accomplishments in one race. He ran a 44.38. So not only did he win the 400 with that time, he set an ACC record with that time. He set a Florida State record at that time. And he set a meet record at that time. So Makai got the gold in the 4x1, the open 400, and just said, I'm that man. And you know what he did with the parlay? His success? He did one of my favorite things that you can one of my most favorite things that you can do. He's doing a camp.
Oh,
a free camp at the alma mater at Florida High on July 19th. He partnered with my guy. I think this is my guy Tyrone. His company, Supreme Athletics, and he's doing. And you know, actually, now that I think about him, Tyrone coached Makai at Florida High. He said, my coaches said, he's like, after partnering with Supreme Athlete Tallahassee, my coaches to elevate me to the #1 NCAA ranking, #9 international, and #1 under 20 international ranking. I'm paying it forward. Makai Danzy Speed Camp, July 19th, free for all kids. Website coming soon. And he added Allison Posey. They're going to do speed development, agility and quickness, and sprint mechanics. It's at 300 Schoolhouse Road. They're going to have unleash your speed. And I think that this is the move right here, man. Like, he's gonna get paid. Like, get paid by the sponsors. Don't make the little kids pay for it. The only problem I have is that it's at Florida High, and I don't have a problem with it being at our alma mater. I think that's great. The problem is our alma mater is in is a very rich area. It's not far from the hood. It's just hard to get to. So I like to be able to bring things to these kids. So, but like if people in Tallahassee can partner with him, let's get as many kids to this camp as possible. I think that's going to be an awesome and amazing thing. Or if he would have had it, let him use Mike Long track, which is where Florida State has their stuff at. But it's more center to town. If he was able to do that. But shout out to Mekhi for doing good, man. Not enough gets shined on these young men when they're doing great things. So college football alerts did something controversial again. They wanted to put the most famous college football player drafted from most famous college football player from each state. Which is absolutely crazy. And controversial as well. I had no clue that Jim Brown was I didn't know Jim Brown was from Georgia. I think people will argue that fiercely and say Herschel, regardless of what you want to believe, Herschel Walker is probably the most famous college football player from the state of Georgia. I am not a University of Florida fan. I am, however, I do like Lamar Jackson. But to make Lamar Jackson the most famous college football player from the state of Florida is just really inviting a lot of violence and dissension amongst Americans for no reason. Lamar Jackson might not even be a top 10 player from the state of Florida.
It ends up being like a generational thing, right? Because whoever's in
no. Well,
I mean, like whoever's in Maine up here, I don't know.
Well, nobody knows about Maine. Nobody gives a fuck about Maine.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest with you, the fact that they even play football, there are people from some of these states that play football. I'm excited to look because I don't even know this. But I'm just going to tell you this much. Lamar Jackson was never Tim Tebow. He was not Peter Ward. He was not Percy Harvin.
But none of the kids.
But like everybody knows those three guys still. Like that's all I'm saying. It's not that Lamar is. If they said the most famous football player in the NFL from each state right now, like right now, I'll give you Lamar because ain't nobody else doing it like he's doing it from the state of Florida. But like, you're not primetime. Deion Sanders is from Fort Myers. So like, it's a lot of other players that like kids could resonate with, but I just think that one was a little lazy. Jerry Rice from Mississippi. No, I would even like Brett Favre. My bad. You're right. Percy Harvin isn't from here. So it would be Tim Tebow. It would be Tim Tebow, Peter Ward. Both of those guys are from the state of Florida. Some of these people I can't fully argue. But like, I would say Herschel. I think they got Herschel. I think they got Florida wrong. Patrick Mahomes is definitely a new thing. Is that Tua Tagalong for the Hawaiis? I'm not sure. Tom Brady from Cali. It's got to be like Cali is a big state.
We're thinking about their college.
Yeah. This would be a good list. Good list. Reggie's from Cali. So he would be better or the most famous. Tom, from college, but like, yeah, so it's like obviously they all had to play college football if they made it to the NFL, but like off of college accolades, nobody knew who Tom Brady was coming out of college. Some more list Twitter for you for historical evidence and things of that nature. The last time each Power 4 team went undefeated at home. For your for your Alabama Crimson Tide, 2024. Arizona State Sun Devils, 2024. The Georgia Bulldogs, 24. Indiana, 24. The U went undefeated at home in 2024 with no ACC championship. Missouri 24, Oregon 24, Tennessee 24, Washington 24, FSU, LSU, Michigan, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, SMU, Texas, all 2023. TCU, USC, Utah 2022. BYU, Cincinnati, Clemson, Houston, Michigan State, NC State, Oklahoma State, UCF, Wake Forest was all 2021. The Fighting Mormons, Northwestern, Notre Dame, ATM, West Virginia, all 2020. Florida, Penn State, Virginia, Whiskey 2019. Syracuse 2018, Auburn, Stanford, UCLA 17, Colorado 2016, Nebraska, 2016, Iowa, North Carolina 2015, Mississippi State 2014, South Carolina 2013, K-State 12, Kansas 11, Cal 8, Texas Tech, Virginia Tech also 2008, the Rock Chalk Jayhawk 2007, Boston College, Louisville, Rutgers 2006, Maryland. Last time they won the ACC championship that year. No, they did. We won the ACC championship that year in 2003. We beat them at home. That's right. They won before I got. They won in 2001, I believe. Illini 2001, Purdue 2000, Georgia Tech 99, Arizona 93, Duke 1989, Pitt 1983, Vanderbilt 82, Kentucky 77, Minnesota 67, Iowa State before the Second Great War. That's crazy. But that's when these guys went undefeated. Just interesting to think about that. This one was controversial here. Got a lot of stuff here. In the list right now, who would everybody say is their number one coach of all time? Who is the greatest coach of all time? College coach of all time, yeah. NFL, the greatest coach of all time, it's got to be Bill, right?
That's what I would say.
I mean, you'd be a stone cold hater if you didn't think Bill Belichick. Just because he can't control his chick. It's a lot of people can't control their woman. Bobby Bowden, I can see that. Very good case for Robert Bowden. Nicholas Saban, you got to give him that. Even though the rules were geared toward him being able to win more championships with the BCS and with CFB, the college football playoff, definitely helped aid to that. Bear Bryant, I don't give Bear Bryant that nod because Bear Bryant for most of his career played when black people weren't allowed. That's why I can't put like Newt and all those other guys in here. I think if you're looking at young guys, Kirby, Herbs should be in there because Herbs has 3 natties. But he doesn't have the longevity because anytime it got tough, his heart started hurting. Jimmy John, how many did Jimmy win at Miami? Jimmy won. What, Jimmy long in the tooth?
One.
Jimmy Johnson only won one?
1987, 52-9. Or no, he also had a 52-9 overall record with that.
Damn.
But yeah.
Who won the other one? So Dennis Erickson won all of them then. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. It says he appeared in 5 New Year's Day bowl games, winning 1 national championship.
Here it is. I thought Jimmy won won 3 of them. So Dennis Erickson won 2 of the national championships at Miami. Then went to the NFL. But this list right here has Nick Saban as number 1, Bear Bryant as number 2, Bobby as 3, New Rockne as 4, Woody Hayes as 5, Tom Osborne as 6, Joe Pa as 7, Kirby as 8, Urban as 9, and Barry Switzer at 10. A case could be made for a lot of those guys definitely being in there, especially Tom Osborne, what he was able to do in Nebraska. Like Nebraska was the love child of college football while they were going through their stuff because everybody wanted to be on that. Everybody wanted to be on that team. Schnellenberger did win the first one. Interesting list. That was good. That's a good list. Good list. So never in a million years that I think we would see an old white man sit down and talk about his relational problems with younger African American males. Maybe they get a chance to coach them up through having crazy. Especially, I know they don't like this, but nobody understands more about having a crazy ass girlfriend, typically than young black men that have coming through the athletics. So we all know about having a crazy young girl. So let's I'm curious. This will be my first time. Jaden put this on the list, but I want to hear what the young guys at the pivot were talking with the OG, the greatest coach of all time, about his, because I like what Cam Newton was saying. I thought that shit was funny. Cam Newton was like, it doesn't take him down a notch as a coach, but it definitely takes him down. Like, if you can't control your bitch, how you gonna control?
Come along, Jordan looks at those and can dig into them a little bit deeper.
Candid conversation, and let's see if Bill opens up about his relationship with his young thing. Hopefully, we'll hear it.
Coach, in a lot of what you do, and I'm sure, in part of this book, it's maybe spoken about, it's don't be a distraction, right? And there are former players of yours and media members who are saying because of your current relationship, you may be or may have become that. How are you staying focused on football as the main thing to make sure that that's not something that's happening?
Yeah, that's what I do as I stay focused on football and some of the other opportunities that come along. Jordan looks at those and can dig into them a little bit deeper. But really, what she does helps me spend my time on football, and that's what's important to me.
For specifics for people, because I believe that this is definitely one of those questions that are out there, and people are making up their own stories, creating their own narrative. What does Jordan actually do for you that allows you to do your job? What are her actual job responsibilities?
Well, nothing with North Carolina. That would be number one. It would be personal opportunities. Could be a speaking thing. It could be a appearance on this or talk about that, or somebody wants whatever it happens to be, an autographs or that type of thing. And so, she would kind of help organize that for me. And one of the first things that came out was when North Carolina sent me emails saying, like, these people want to talk to you, these people want to talk to you, these people want to talk to you, these people want to talk to you. I sent back an email, can you please copy Jordan on these requests? Right. So, she could at least filter through them, because there was nobody. We didn't have a sports information guy. That was taken, because all emails are shared in publicly. That was taken as Jordan's running the sports information department.
Yes.
And
Gotcha.
that also led to the narrative, which is like totally, she's not doing it. I mean, there was nobody to help me sort them out. So I was asking her to do that.
Hold up, limitless, take a stomach cap in it. I thought they here to witness it.
My bad, talking to my guy with the draft stuff. Might be doing a special show. But yeah, I didn't get nothing from that. Did you get anything?
Yeah, no.
Basically, he said, "Stop talking about my chick. My chick's job is personal. She does for me what none of y'all can do for me." But I do get what he's saying. Like, he's an extremely busy guy. I don't want to get 1,000 emails asking me for like little requests and whatnot. Let her read it. And the fact that you said, what's the sports information guy? So their job is to line up interviews. Florida's like, and their job is to funnel a lot of this stuff. Everybody has it. I think he's lying. There's no way North Carolina doesn't have an SID. Who approves all the media passes? Sports. Oh, damn. I'll be lying. I just have a hard time believing that. They really, wow, they really don't have an SID. That's crazy. Every school should have an SID. Their job is like, so when, like, to approve all of the people who have access to the locker room for media stuff. Like, their job, that's their job to do that. Hell, our SID, we have two. We have multiple ones. We have the sports information, the overall director, and then you have the guys who are responsible for the individual sports, like, or certain sports. So like FSU's is Derek, and Derek Satterfield. Derek is actually a pretty good guy. Like, Derek's annoying because he's really good at his job. Like, and nobody kind of. Like, whereas I come in, like, I don't feel like I should have to submit a request so that he knows that, because it's their job is to protect the integrity of the university and make sure that this interview is set up the right way and that, you know, the coach is able to put out the best what they need to do. That's their job. I don't feel like I should have to explain myself with those things. But that's also why I don't push for a lot of stuff. And that's, I get, his job is a tough job. And you kind of got to find the happy medium. So like, and then I'm pretty sure he reaches out for engagement to other people when they want to put their message out. But like, Norvell probably is Norvell more. I can't say with full certainty, but 75%, right, of the reason why media wasn't allowed in practice had to be Mike Norvell. But 100% of the responsibility to relay that message was Derek Satterfield.
Okay. They do have a athletic communication, so maybe.
So that's the closest thing. But like, if it's just one person and covering all sports, then they're going to get inundated.
Yeah.
Because let's be frank, regardless of what their record is, North Carolina is a basketball school.
Right.
So he's going to focus on that. And they're good at baseball and some other different things from time to time. It's a tough road to hoe for him. So, but her job, like, so I can see where things get misconstrued, especially with Freedom of Information Act is bullshit, because you can just pick up whatever you want to pick up and you can make it and manipulate it the way you want to believe it.
Right.
Which I don't think it's lazy journalism, but that's what we like.
It all turned, I think, on that CBS interview.
Yeah, now that just looked bad.
Yeah, that's.
But that's her not being mature.
She didn't know she was on camera, supposedly.
Or like that, and just like her, she's like, you can't. Men learn this early. Men don't get forgiven for the ills of their youth. Chris Brown, regardless of what really happened, like, he hitting people in the bottom. This could be a new reason he hit somebody with a bottle. They're gonna always go back to that moment when he was 19.
I still don't like him.
Hey, not mad at it. He ain't hit a bitch in a long time. Well, I mean, he is clearly showing you, like, most people who hit women, like, oh, you ain't tough enough to hit a dude. He said, oh, really? Now all he does is hit men. He's an R&B, like, he's light skinned and a millionaire, and he's an R&B singer. He should not be this angry, but
Right.
apparently he is. But what I'm saying is, everybody always goes back to the Rihanna situation.
Mhm.
Like, Rihanna had nothing to do with it. Rihanna does not have to deal with any of that situation. She gets to live her life. And what we're seeing now with, again, not trying to bring this up or whatever, but we're seeing with a trial that a lady is, oh, she was young then and she was manipulated. Mind you, if I was 19 to 25-year-old doing freak offs and calling people to come out and do everything, I would be held to the standard of I'm a man. I should know better. I'm an adult. I should know better. This young lady is only 20-something years old. Her brain is not fully developed. She's not emotionally mature. She's not used to, whether she's been with rich men or not. This is a man with access more than a man with money. She has to learn how to act accordingly, but in today's culture, nobody wants, I don't understand how women don't understand how you have to play a fucking role.
Apparently, from what the media is depicting her as, like from Pablo Torre and that stuff like that, it's like a shark, a young shark.
She's a
in training.
scammer.
Yeah.
And the thing is, maybe she is. Maybe she's not.
Minded person.
Yeah, but my thing is that she got to know the game.
Yeah.
And you got to know that this is how they're going to paint you.
Right.
Is it right? I'm not here to tell you if it's right or wrong. I'm here to tell you what it is. We can change right or wrong later. But right now, this is what it is.
Facts.
And you're fucking up the bread.
Facts.
Because if he starts, because Bill just is at the age where he is at the age of fuck it. The ripe old age of fuck it. If Bill comes out that bitch and doesn't win, it goes 0-3. Everybody's gonna say he's distracted because he can't control his bitch. And what Ryan Clark did is what more people needed, is why the generation ahead of us hates this generation. Because they were grown, do as I say, not as I do stuff. Don't ask questions. You could the mere challenge of you like challenging if they're right or wrong was deemed disrespect. Just not necessarily like being like, hey man, fuck you, I'm not doing it. Hey, is this smart? Why are you talking back? That's the challenge. Like, don't talk back. Well, Ryan opens up his best-selling book because everybody wants to know what successful men do so that you can replicate it so that you can become successful. You said, Coach, right here, page 10, paragraph 3, you said limit distractions. But you got distractions all over yourself. Like, how Bill going, like, if a dude's old lady arguing with him, only thing Bill can do is say, hey, man, I get it, dog.
Yeah.
My old lady wild too, bro. But what you got to do is you got to remember, I'm rich, you're not. You want to be rich, control your bitch. And I know these things people don't like the harsh terminology, right? But you need, in today's age, it's a good slight jab. It wakes you up. I gave these people money. My mom wouldn't let me get the hat or the shirt, but said, make hoes mad again. And it was a chick. She's built like all the women on social media. She's clearly had work. I don't believe everybody's had work because I don't think everybody got 5 to 10,000 disposable like that. Just get the ass shots. I don't know what's going on.
I think people are going into debt.
Really?
I go to the gym. It's
It's ridiculous. Because I'm like, it's like every woman you see now, you have to immediately question, is this GMO? But she was nice. She was pleasant. She had a good, bubbly personality. She looks like the type that probably would annoy the fuck out of you in behind closed doors. But at that moment, because she's selling it, she's doing the thing that black women feel like they need to do to sell things. It's a stereotype. It's a generalization. If it's not you, don't personalize it. I just know when I see one, the way they talk to me, they all talk this same exact way. And I say, hey, man, here you go. I like it. As a person who has an MFTK, mine isn't as brash as yours, but I do like that. And I do love making hoes mad. And I believe hoes need to be mad again. The hoe, it's not hoes, as my mom was like, oh, I don't like that terminology. It's not hoes like that. it's like hoes can be anyways. This is where women in the 90s didn't understand this shit. I remember Trust No Bitch by DJ Quick, Easy, and all of them. They had to bring down just to let you know, the females ain't the only bitches that I'm referring to, and they don't like that. But the fact is that
Bam.
bitch ass nigga, like it's a lot of them out here. So, anyways, man, that's he's got to get his shit together.
Yeah. I mean, if your agent was
Yeah.
wilding, you would.
Right? Yeah, you would check your agent, right? Like the summarize what he needs to do. He needs the guy from 40. He needs 40-year-old virgin. Remember that scene when he got caught cheating, or
and
and then
was
he
like-
brought and he brought him up, and he was just like, "Tell him this is not mine. This is yours." He's like, "Yeah, you need to really check how you watch you called." She said, she's a hoe for sure." "Oh yeah, that one." And he's like, "Man, don't be questioning me. You ain't my bitch." Like, he was like, "Hey man, you can talk. Hey man, your bitch is out of control. Put her on a leash." You know, he was saving them, but it's like it sounds really bad when you like just. But I mean, technically, she decided that she wanted to. That's what it was. Your bitch is running wild, man. It's a great scene. Actually, I don't even care. Let's play this shit. I'll watch this all day. I love this scene. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're about to watch the 40-year-old virgin right here live. This scene deserves to have won an Academy Award for the greatest pimping on wax.
Are you Andy?
Yeah.
Is this yours? Did you write this stuff?
My girlfriend Jill found your speed dating card.
Oh, yeah, right. God, I've been looking for that speed dating card. Thank you so much for bringing it to me.
So you actually wrote that one girl looked like she was hurting for a squirtin'?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hurting for a squirtin'. I wrote that.
Oh, so you wrote hoe for show.
Yeah, I remember that girl. She was a hoe. For show.
Let me show you how this device works.
Right, I'm just looking for a cordless phone.
Yep, it's great. You can do anything. Make a video diary. It's like, hey, Amy, how's it going? How you feeling? I'm great. I feel fantastic since we broke up. I feel awesome.
Can you just show me the department where there would be phones?
How have you been? What's been going on? I bet. Hey, have you been doing a lot of this?
Sir, please, sir.
You are never going to meet anybody with that kind of mentality about women, you sick son of a bitch.
Who the fuck are you to put me on trial? I've never even met you. So why don't you back the shit off, all right? And stop with the Inquisition.
That's how you talk?
You know what? I don't have to answer to you. You ain't my bitch. Know what I'm saying? So shit, man. Fuck it.
You shouldn't even be hanging out with this pervert.
I don't hang out with him. I work with him, and that's it. I tried to introduce him to a few nice people. He made a fool of himself. I don't mess with him, baby. That's not me.
You should keep your hoe on a leash.
Oh, bro, I can't let you.
Hey.
Can't let you be talking to my
Hey.
woman like that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch is running wild, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitch is running wild, man.
It's like when you see a kid curse and like they're not using, like you know they shouldn't know those words, and you know they did it on accident, but it fit so right. It was just like, that's what Bill needs, a friend like that. Hey, man, listen, dog. Like,
I could put Bill's face on him.
it's just not. Yeah, we need to do that. Like, we need to put Bill's face into her face,
Yeah.
and then actually you put my face on there and be like, if Bill listened to the Sports Den, if big game, free game by big game to Bill. Hey, man, you bitch is running wild, bro. Like, somebody in North Carolina to save him from himself. This is caring. It's really not. It's not about her in this situation. Don't make it personal. It's about Bill, and it's about what's in Bill's best interest. And like, you know, it's not like we're not calling her that. She can internalize that if she wants to, but like, it's really more of a punctuation mark.
Interests me. I'm just wondering, what's her end game? Like, is she trying to get what career? Does she want to be an agent later? Does she want
Career.
going?
Nah, that's one of those. The end game is that. I think the problem with like with Giselle, right? Giselle couldn't control Tom,
Her bitch.
and that bothered her. So she went and got again. So let's be real. Again, when they said men date down, right? And it's not down in a negative. It's what the perception is. Men don't care as long as you can take care of yourself or you provide something very good. His end game, Tom's end game made Giselle. I'm Tom Brady. Giselle wants somebody to worship her. And what happens is a lot of women aren't Giselle, though, right? So they feel like they're Giselle, but they're not. The smart ones realize that they're parasites. She sucked her way into a billionaire at 19. And I don't know what happened with that, but maybe he was too boring because he was a billionaire for real. Like, so you don't have the access to the parties, the red carpets, he is it. And she knows that whenever he goes, she's taken care of for life. And she'll be young enough to get another person. She could probably be able to say, listen, I can make you Bill. And that's all I'm in. Listen, man. She's figuring the end game she's a succubus. That's the end game. And kudos to her. Can't knock the hustle, man.
Not at all. I don't feel like I don't have anything against it.
It's like the Godfather. It makes no difference to me the way a man earns his living. That's the way she earns a living. When he was talking to the Turk and they were talking about the drug dealing and stuff like that, he was like, just your business. Doesn't entertain with my business. See, some of these powerful friends that I have wouldn't like it. But like, NFL had their rookie premiere where basically I wish there was a better way to say this because I absolutely love Travis Hunter and the Pick. But basically, it's a Travis Hunter minstrel show right now because they just put this boy on everything, and he cheesing right there. Like, you just look at the picture, boom, Travis' teeth pop right out at you.
I expected him to be in the front. Why would you?
I don't know why he's all the way back there. They put like this angle makes Scatterboo look tall, but he's not. Dude, somebody put Scatterboo looks like one of the guys from Entourage, and I can't unsee it now. Like he fits New York, man.
Yeah.
I just can't unsee it.
They could have paid me to take this picture.
Yeah, bro, dog, Miles, we just gotta get you out and about more. I'm learning a lot. You know what So I got a guy, Keller, who's really good. And Keller, I gotta cuss him out again. He's doing he does a lot of my stuff, like my media. He's really, really good. He's working on a documentary, but it's been like 5 other schools put out shit. At this point, it looks like I'm copying people when I had the original idea. So he's like, but it's gonna look. I say, just give me all access to the media. We can use it, and you can always repurpose it for the documentary.
Right.
Well, I don't want people, I'm like, dog, the best content is the content that's available. Like, I am learning that it don't have to be great. It just has to be the right thing, right setting, right person, and it goes viral. And then you can go take regular ass pictures.
Right.
All the NFL one, this might have been taken by an iPhone from an intern.
It was the photographer's nephew.
Like, they took a picture, put a little bit of like little subtle changes to it, and put it on the website early. I talked to this young man, 2K Visions, that I met about 3 years ago. And I was just telling him how proud I am. Like, he's good. He's figured out how to edit in his style very fast. Once you figure that shit out, bro, his people pay you a lot of money just to crank out content. But the problem with most content creators is that in their mind, it has to look perfect or it has to look this way. And I'm like, the best content is the content that's available. So, but kudos to them. This isn't every rookie. They only invite the popular ones. You see Shadur's there. But kudos to them. Like, you got 3 Browns players. At least. They don't even have the where's the white boy? They don't even have the first round pick there. Well, in that picture. Cool. He is. He's like 5'7", 5'8".
Really? Like a big kid.
Yeah. Biggest bust. Oh, man.
Already? Overall time.
The overall time. Yeah. Heath Schuler. Okay. Bo Jackson for the Bucks. Trey Lance already for San Francisco's probably had bigger busts than Trey Lance. Bengals and Achilles Smith, I see that one. Mitch Trubisky, definitely. I'm sure they have money, but I remember, you know how you remember a name and you remember I got in trouble over Mitch Trubisky.
Why?
Because but on 1010, they traded a lot for Mitch Trubisky, like to get him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Mitch Trubisky, the only thing Mitch Trubisky did, he beat Jimbo with North Carolina. Like they made this field goal kick at the last minute. And like last second, and then they walked off. It was a tough loss. It was damn near. It might have been 10 years ago. Was it 9 years ago? It was 9 years ago. One of those two. No, couldn't. Yeah, because it was a loss. I remember it was Denny's birthday. And we did it at the beer place, Wicked Barley. Wicked Barley had just become a sponsor, and we were out there. And I remember we went on the air Saturday. And I said, what the Bears did for Mitch Trubisky is it's the equivalent of going out to Vegas and finding a prostitute off a back page and falling in love with her and trading the entire fortune for that, and leaving your family and your kids. And somebody put in and was like, I'm driving around on Saturday and I'm listening to sports radio and you've got a guy on there talking about Backpage and prostitutes and I got to explain it to my son. And I told the owner, I said, first and foremost, why is your son listening to sports radio on a Saturday? You're a terrible fucking parent. I was like, they need to be listening to Bruno Mars like the rest of us parents, because Bruno was hot then. He had because I remember Trey was listening to Trey was like, I want to hear 24 Karat Magic. And like a good father, to keep him from talking, I put on 24 Karat Magic. You over here having him listening to sports talk radio, man. You're a terrible parent, man. You're torturing that kid. The kid don't want to hear that shit.
And you don't have to explain it.
And you don't have to explain it. The biggest thing I've learned about being a parent is the things that you make a big deal of when they're younger is when you have to explain things. Like, just treat it like Sesame Street. You don't think it's weird to see a 7'5" big ass yellow bird walking down the street? No, you just treat it like it's normal, and the kids won't bother you about it. But if you're like, now they're going to be wondering about it. So when I see a 6'5" transmission, I just don't entertain it. That's what the fuck they want. Or I just tell my kid, just push that.
Yeah.
Like push past. I don't feel like explaining. Why not? I don't feel like having that conversation with you right now, son. Do what I tell you to. And it's been like, okay.
It's adult stuff.
Yep.
Apparently, Bo Jackson didn't ever play for the Buccaneers. They drafted him, but he refused to sign with the Bucs after they used a private jet for a team visit, which he claimed led him to losing his remaining baseball eligibility.
So he's not a bust. You're stupid.
Yeah,
that's a difference. You're an idiot. Like if you, it's kind of like, again. So what they did was basically what's that YN that's balling right now? Anthony Edwards did to his baby mama. You have the baby. I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna have the baby anyway. Maybe you'll change your mind. Now you looking like this. Now you're trying to call me the bad person when I told you I didn't want that. Tony Mandarich, definitely one of those. Justin Blackmon is not the biggest bust in Jaguars history. What's my guy's name? He's a terrible person. The defensive lineman drafted right after we went to 2018 Jags first draft pick. is the most awful person in the world. Taven Bryan. Taven Bryan is the worst bust in Jaguar history. Justin Blackmon made a play made plays that you remember. Like Justin just couldn't put down the bottle. Taven Bryan had never made a play that you can remember. Matter of fact, when Taven was on the field, you knew it because bad things happened. So we went to the Jaguars mini camp right after that. That man went on, they did one-on-one pass rush versus pass pro. He went up against an undrafted rookie free agent. He went 10 times in a row. He lost every fucking rep. It came to the point, and they were like, we're not going to leave until you win a rep. And Calais Campbell had to walk over to the guy and said, please, let him win. And then they won. Ray Caruth is only a bust because he never got a chance to play because he did one of the most heartless things you could ever do. Like again, he whereas Anthony Edwards just said, I'll pay it. He just said it costs $500 to kill somebody.
Oh.
And he's part of hitman for his baby mama. And she didn't make it, but the baby made it. And the baby, look, it's crazy. The baby looked just like him. He's out of jail now.
Whoa.
But he that whole story, if you ever get a chance, just go down that rabbit hole, how he got caught.
That's insane.
He got caught because he didn't take out, like the guy was a career criminal, and he was saying, he gave me $500. He gave me $500. I promise you, he gave me $500. They're like, why would Ray Caruth do this? Do you know when Ray Caruth went to the ATM and withdraw? $500 exactly. Had Ray Caruth took out $1,000, it would have raised no more things for them. The police officer just said, you know what? I don't believe you, but I'm going to go look at his police records. I'm going to look at his banking statements just in case. Let me do a little investigation. Had Ray Caruth took out $501, then yeah. But anyways, man, that was crazy. Yeah, Jamarcus Russell, any car. Well, anyways, going to the next thing, Travis Hunter's reflexes. Trey watched this and just said, man, I just hope the guys in the comments are I hope they're right. Like basically he's coming around to liking Travis again because he wants the Jags. He still hates him because of what he did to Florida State. But I know he can play football, right? But he looks really goofy doing this. I mean, it's hard. It's not easy as you think, but you should be able to have, you're not supposed to stand. He got it when he stood up. But you're supposed to be in an athletic position and you're supposed to grab it. They've done this with NBA basketball players where somebody they don't have a machine like this, but it's a similar thing and it's easier. He's not even aware. He might be blind on one side.
Athletic, people do it on YouTube clips or whatever and snatch all of them. And you see professional athletes, there must be a difference. Maybe this one's wider.
It's a little longer, and it's more pressure on it.
I didn't see no Asian girls snatch up all these things.
Yeah, it's just not between this and just some of the clips that they're showing to him out of practice. It's just
We see them play.
Mm-hmm. That's why thank God I've seen you do other stuff because this ain't it. It's making them look I don't know if his PR person is leaning into the goofy corny, because we like him, making him more likable. Right now he's being Urkel, and when he takes the glasses off, he puts his helmet on. He's Stephon Urkel. Maybe right now he's Travis Hunter, but when he I would say Travis, but that's his little brother. It's Travis up in Savannah. He wanted to be a Mandarin Mustang, but I mean, it was seats taken. What's funny is I got all my running backs are now trying. Everybody's trying to be Ashton Genty now, but now Ashton Genty is trying to be everybody else, and I don't know if I like this. That means his coach, the coaches told him to change it, and there was no reason to change his stance if it
Right.
works. But this is a more natural running back stance, though. But like that standing up shit was crazy. You know what? Oh, he still fought. Well, I wonder if they told him to do that. Interesting. It never normally works when they have you switch up what got you to where you're at. Shadur Sanders is doing as much as we pick on people, we get on people. We got to give people the props, right? It's not about changing your mind. It's about people doing. If you're doing the right thing, you're doing the right thing. I'm gonna listen to this, but I'm gonna say this: Shadur has done everything right since the slide. Like you don't hear from him as much. It feels like the more people are talking about him, and he's allowing them to talk about him while he's giving them something good to talk about, which may in turn, make him. Because here's what's going to happen in Cleveland: either he's going to push out the nut ass freak bull, but did you see he got had about 200 people giving him a tattoo? Like he got a whole back sleeve, and he had multiple people on him. They had to sedate him, and they had to put him to sleep because he gets a little frisky when that many hands are on him. But if he goes and he pushes it, he's going to force somebody's hand to draft him. To trade for him, and he's going to be able to probably renegotiate a contract in order for that to happen. So he may be able to break the bank before a lot of these other young bulls are going to be able to break the bank. So if his skill set is what it's supposed to be, then he has a chance to earn more money than all of them. So let's listen to him. And him and Cam Ward's relationship is pretty interesting. So let's listen to what they got to say to each other.
Hey, Jersey. I need that one, my boy. I need that one. We can see it. Hey, this our first Jersey. No. It's the first one. Nah. Man, why you doing me like that? In case I gotta sell it, bro. I gotta have some type of money. Hey, come on. You feel me? Shit, I'm already down.
That's funny. At least he can pick on himself a little bit. That's what it sounds like he's doing. Like, just, hey, WWSD, what would Shiloh do? And that's what his PR team told him to do. But, it's cool that he's, I don't want to say learning from it, because, again, there's nothing wrong with being cocky. You just got to be really good. And, unfortunately, those people just refuse to believe that he was not that good. So, not for how he was acting. But, now, once he gets to that point, man, go rap, dance, be whatever you want to be. I like it. I think it might have preserved and saved his career in long term. They've been showing clips of 7-on-7, and he's been doing good. So I always tell people, don't get caught up in clips of 7-on-7. 7-on-7 is not designed to make you look bad. But yeah, kudos to him. Crazy stats. Derrick Henry has more career passing touchdowns than receiving touchdowns. For those who don't know, he's got 4 passing touchdowns and he's caught three touchdowns. So that's some news you absolutely can't use. You might be able to use that in a one of them contests that give you random sports trivia. Best quarterbacks in primetime games. So the first person is, you'll never guess since 2020, excuse me, minimum of 5 games. But Kenny Pickett is 6-1. Kenny Pickett, who nobody believes in, is 6-1 in primetime games. This is old though, because Kenny Pickett is now back is on in Pittsburgh again, right? After that, Jared Goff. After that, Patrick Mahomes. Carson Wentz had an 80% win record. Patrick is 20-5 in primetime games. Lamar Jackson is 5. He's 16-5 overall. Josh Allen is 16-6. Believe it or not, Dak Prescott, 13-5. Ryan Tannehill, 5-2. Aaron Rodgers, 12-7. And cousin Kirk, Captain Kirk, is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 10 are mid or not playing currently. So like that's a crazy thing when you think about it, because you'll be like, Russell Wilson's got to be in there. You would think like some of the better quarterbacks have got to be in there, but just not. Primetime Pickett, a guy who should be in there considering what they just paid him, was 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy. He agreed to a 5-year, $265 million contract extension with $181 million in total guarantees. So basically, he agreed to a 5-year, $181 million contract. For those who love to say NFL contracts are not guaranteed, $181 million is guaranteed. He could just make another, was that 80-something million, 84 million, if he does what he's supposed to do. That puts him over the 50 mil a year range on average. If you put everything there in total, Brock Purdy is getting paid as if he is not a game manager and he is a creator. So we will see if Cameron Newton is right. He will earn more money per week for the next 5 years than he made for the total of his starting career. His first 3 seasons combined, Brock Purdy made $2.6 million. Brock Purdy will make $2.7 million a game for the next 5 years. That is crazy.
That's a come up.
If he keeps his bills the same, this man has generational wealth. That's what the black people will tell him. They ain't gonna tell him just go and have fun. I'm like, no, if you need to invest in it and get a Roth IRA, because it's always the people who have absolutely no money that tell you all this shit. I'll be sometimes like, hey, are you applying these things to yourself?
Right.
And they never do. They never do.
Fun.
Yeah, they're like the Atlanta. Have you ever seen the Atlanta clip where the dude say, he said, I think if black people black people say they don't want to spend money because it's a waste of time. And you could be investing in somewhere, but if you just focus on having more fun, because I don't think we focus on enough having fun with the money that we make, wouldn't it be time well spent?
Exactly.
And it was just like, that's one of them woke, damn, I want to go back to sleep.
Because you do that, they tell you, get rid of all your family and friends. And then by the time you're old enough to have money, you got nothing to do.
You're Bill Belichick.
Like, what am I going to do? Yeah, Bill Belichick.
Because at that point, I mean, it's a hell of America has a hell of a way to tell you to be successful. There's only one way to be successful, and it's unfortunate. Unless you have a family that is truly willing to understand the commitment and the time that it takes to be successful. You have to work harder than everybody unless you've inherited it.
Right.
It's just the rules. But the problem is when you work hard to be great, you become Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You become who's the other person? Like you become like you look around, look to the left, look to your right. Damn, nobody's here.
Yeah.
Like some of the people we tell our kids to be like, right? Like you gave Trey the Mamba Mentality book, right?
Yeah.
I gotta tell him to read it. I don't mind him being like Kobe.
I figured he'd be into it. I don't really agree with the way Kobe does things.
Kobe, you know what Kobe and Aaron Rodgers have in common?
No family.
Neither one of them talk to their parents. Well, Kobe can't talk to his parents anymore, but before that, he wasn't talking to his people. And it became from like his people like felt entitled to his money. That's what he says. Which technically I kind of agree with his people, but I would not raise my kids to be like that. You don't owe me anything. But like it'd be nice if you're especially if you're a multi-millionaire, you came up, you know. a pretty good chunk of my life was like making sure that you got put in a position to make this chunk of money. Would be great if you just showed a little bit, you know?
Who's somebody who wins a lot but still seems to have a good life? Like, oh, actually, what's his name? Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes. I guess.
But the thing is his family understands. You have to, like, that's the thing. When you have somebody who's good, everybody you can't be nobody can win a championship without role players. So, like, I mean, in life and in sports.
Right.
Like, even right now, have you noticed he's flourishing? We don't know what the fuck's going on with his brother. But even then, his brother wasn't trying to be the main character. Remember, Pat got the little frisky brother.
Yeah, he was doing a little bit of. he was trying to develop a little.
Pat's dad's not trying to become the main character. He just wants to drink, drive. He just wants to drive drunk and smoke cigars.
You're right.
Like his mom. Do you even know what his mom looks like?
White.
We know that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you couldn't like just point. We only know about it, Brittany, because, well, now we're gonna talk about her a little bit later. But we don't. They're not trying. Like Steph Curry right now is having fun, but again, Steph had to have the talk. Somebody had to talk with Steph. I believe it was Dell, his daddy. Now we don't hear from her no more. She stepped in and went back into the background. Again, LeBron is able to be LeBron because we know who Savannah. Savannah James is more popular for not saying shit than anybody, but no woman wants to be Savannah.
Okay, so the common thread is if you want
LeBron's mom,
get rid of everybody, or
LeBron's mom. Have you seen LeBron's mom ever since she stopped fucking his teammates? She stopped fucking his teammates, and Cleveland won a championship. When LeBron's mom decided that she needed, hey, less of me gets me more.
She's somewhere responsible for Delonte West's downfall.
But even then, like, you know, she had to see how savage her son was. Because yes, I believe he had something to do with that.
100%.
That man was a good functioning weed head. Until LeBron probably had somebody kidnap him, put a little heroin needle in him when he was asleep, in between his toes, so they can't see the track marks. And then all of a sudden, this man strung out. But that's how stuff works. NFL AJ Brown getting real. I want to hear what this man has to say before I judge this, because I'm gonna read you. Dove Kleiman, who is clearly got an agenda. I hate him, but he's pretty good at his job. Eagle star AJ Brown says his teammates struggle with objectifying women and porn because of all the money and success they have. These guys that's in the league getting in trouble with women, they got a fetish with women. You can get any woman you want. You can pick and choose real-time porn, right? And it's going to a whole nother level because, bro, what porn does to your brain, it desensitizes your brain. An extremely powerful message. But people who don't get hoes want everybody to believe. But let me listen to what he's saying, because that's a small sentence without any context to the overall message. So I need to listen.
I don't think he's lying. It does this, but what?
I got to hear who is he talking to and like what? Because I think some of it is. I think what happens, a lot of people project.
Right.
You struggle with porn, so you want everybody else to struggle with porn.
I can see that too.
And before I give my opinion on, let me listen to what his opinion on it is.
You got every little problem that you may have, whatever vice you have. You got a woman problem right now, get $100 million and see that problem. That problem gonna show up loud and clear. You see what I'm saying? Like, these people getting in trouble right now, bro. And we may laugh at, but we only see the signs. The whole time though, but that's a problem. That's a problem. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. I ain't gonna give you no other name. But it's guys that's in the league getting in trouble with women. They got fetish with women. They doing little stuff. Because when you got all that type of money, dog, like, bro, that stuff shows up because now it's at your leisure. Now you can get any woman you want. You can pick and choose. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't all peaches and cream, because like as men, I truly feel like as men, bro, we need to sit down. We need to talk more about like on some real time porn, right? And it's going to a whole nother level because for what porn does to your brain, it desensitizes your brain. And so you may think like, hey man, she look good or whatever. No, you looking at her as an object, not as a human being. You see what I'm saying? But I see that shit all the time from my team. My teammates talk about stuff like from other players and all these other stuff, bro, that's real, dog. So like, just because you got all these blessings, all this money and all this shit, like that shit, bro, everything ain't peaches and cream. Because whatever problem that you may have deep down inside that you're not telling nobody about, get some bread, get some money, get whatever you desire. I promise you, that shit gonna show up, and you're not gonna be able to hide it, because you can't, like, because when you get that bread though, who you are really comes out. I'm just gonna shoot you straight. So you got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do and who you're supposed to be before you even get to that level.
All right.
That's why you see these.
So what he's saying essentially is, and what got lost in the message with Doug for trying to like portray some kind of other thing.
Yeah.
Money doesn't change you. All it does is it shows you who you really are. So like it brings, because you'll have more access to the things that you like. So if you already have a problem with gambling, now when you give yourself more money, you're going to have a bigger problem with gambling if you don't have it under control. If you do view women as objects, you will, but I think it just depends on what you view as objectivity. One of the jokes that I used to have with Denny all the time is like, has anybody ever, and I learned this during COVID, I got bored. There was no more sports being played. We didn't know when sports was going to get played. I watched all the movies that I like. So I started breaking down. I got a joke. I wanted to break down. I was breaking down porn scenes. Like by the acting, the stuff, like, you know, it was in, some of these people are actually really good actors. But do you want to know what's in the beginning and at the end of every one of your favorite porn scenes and DVDs? This is purely for educational purposes. These scenes are not real. This is fictional settings. This is adult educational films. And the problem is a lot of people look at it for entertainment because they're not getting things. And a lot of athletes and a lot of entertainers were weird before that. And the only reason we acknowledge them is because they're really, really good at stuff. And people do skip steps in the developmental process. There's a young man who I'm coaching right now whose parents he's probably going to get to go to college. But because his parents refrained from disciplining him when he was actually small, he's probably going to go somewhere and either get fucked up, or we're going to hear about him one day when he makes it, because he's very, very emotional with his attitude. He does not like being disciplined and talked to by men. He does not like these different things, and he's projecting. Personally, I think the kid might be gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think he just doesn't know how to accept who he is. And that's going to fuck him up in the end. That has nothing to do with just like a lot of my team. No, that has everything to do with the way we raise men and women. And I'll tell you this, the reason men don't know what it's really like to have not transparency, true intimacy with women, because even those of us who were raised by women are not ever taught how to be truly intimate and express ourselves. I didn't know anything about. If I would have known that the women had the capacity to be evil and hoes when I was raised, I wouldn't have been blasted by that. I just happened to be around a lot of really, really good women that did not tell me that they're bad times. So no, I'm serious. Like, imagine if all you see is your mom and you see her making great decisions and you see her doing these different things. What do you expect to see other women be like? Right. That's your only example of a woman. You know how I knew men wasn't shit? Because my daddy ain't shit. So I knew not to trust that. So I was cool. I was ready for this. My mom didn't have to beat that into my brain. I remember looking out the fucking window thinking, and that's the fucked up part too. What I need to know, what is the thing that we do as men now for this generation? Because it seems like every man in my generation has you waiting up at the window looking for your dad to come in every car you see drive. You think that's your daddy car. Is that him? No, that's not him. And then now your mom goes broken because she had to see you cry yourself to sleep because your goddamn daddy didn't show up like he was supposed to. Why we all got that fucking story? Did they have a men's convention or some shit and decide this is how we're going to traumatize a generation of men like this? But I say all these things to say is, money does enhance who you are. If you're a bad person, it's going to make you a better bad person, a rich bad person. But he also, in all of that, the accountability has to be on the person who possesses it. But he didn't say that, hey man, there's hoes that's gonna come out here and do that. Was it that'll make you holler for do something strange for some change and make you holler for $1? He not. That's where again. And then I think what happens is what really desensitizes is the more access you get to things, and it's really not desensitized. I don't know if that age group was where you start talking about it, but they have. Man, how do I say this? Every adult has kinks. Some of y'all's are weirder than others. Money allows you to be able to capitalize on some of the kinks that you never thought you would be able to capitalize on. And you also learn, because again, there's people, go YouTube rabbit hole Dubai, women who go to Dubai. If your girl goes to Dubai with her girlfriends and there are no other men around, y'all just, if you want it real, imagine, you don't want to have to use your imagination too much, read the Cassie Diddy tapes. That's what she's doing over there. That's a very expensive trip, dog. But I don't disagree with what he's saying. I just think I think more context needs to be had. But I think overall, it's not a bad message that he's giving to the future. And AJ Brown's good enough to be able to make that. That's his. Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. Meanwhile, he ain't got no vices, though. He's over here complaining about haircuts. And he says, I used to pay $20 for a haircut. Well, bro, if you ain't buying no pussy, you should have plenty of money to pay for the $100 haircut. You're only doing it once a week, once every 2 weeks. Speaking of people money enhancing things, Brittany Mahomes went from a relative 4 on the charts. Wait a minute, is that what she looked like before? Permission to speak freely. I like this white woman. We're gonna show you. I think I like that white woman more than I like the Botox white woman. She got her lips filled. She got her boobs filled. She's showing a little thigh. I'm gonna tell you, learning how I have all my friends. I think I'm the only friend in my friend group who doesn't have a foot fetish.
Oh,
but I noticed these things because the first thing they ever, like when you post a pic of an attractive woman in our group chat, whether they're like a lot of the girls, like the WNBA players, when they dress up, they wear their heels. The first thing they look at, white toes. I didn't even know white toes were a thing but apparently that's the thing, white toes. And they'd be like, white toes. I'm like, that's the first thing you saw, dog? And then they'd be like, man, I can't. And then like Boomerang, Eddie Murphy, a lot of y'all probably don't even realize. Like, if Jaden was here, I'd be like, Jaden, do you know what Boomerang is? Because I don't even think Jaden was alive when that great movie was made. But like, he wouldn't even, the girl could be fine as all wine. But then he just look at the feet and be like, can't be with her. Can't do anything. And I'm like, brother, I just don't have. But AJ Brown got something. I don't trust a man without vices. It's go. He got something. So like his just might be more what we consider acceptable vices,
right?
Because we don't know about them. But like, bro, like if you over here, you got no vices, you have bodies and freezers. But shout out to Pat upgrading his main chick, man. If she's happy with that, she didn't gave him 2 kids. Or something like that. So, like, hey, good stuff. One of my vices that, I hope I'll be here for my sons, right? To show them how to properly love it. Because this is an inherent vice. Some of it skips a generation, but I have a brother that a lot of people don't know about. I talk about him sometimes. Actually, I've talked about it freely. One of his best friends watches the show, but I talk about it. Because I still think it's funny because my life, if I really write down some of the shit, it could be a Tyler Perry movie. I have a brother and sister that grew up 5 miles away from me, if that. Did not know. Luckily, I don't like younger women because my sister Alex, Miles, you 37? You turned 37 Friday, right? So Alex is 2 years younger than Kyle, who turns 30. So my younger sister Alex will be like 35 this year. And then my younger brother Josh is 2 years younger than her, so he'll be 35. So 33, right? You know what, Josh, we learned it about a year ago, we kind of reconnected. I hadn't seen Josh in a decade. So we were talking, and we found out, well, he likes dogs. I don't like dogs like that. Charlie's the only bitch I like. But my father loves dogs. Josh likes guns. I like guns. My father likes guns. Josh likes to fight. I like to fight. My father likes to fight. There's some things that are naturally kind of come down this progression that maybe guidance could have helped. Or maybe they didn't. I'm glad it wasn't there. Maybe I definitely know if my father was in my life, I'd be a completely different person. And I'm grateful I'm not that person. I don't think that person would be good. Somewhere in the multiverse, there's a fucked up James Coleman this second. But I like guns, and AB likes guns. And so, like, AB's vice is guns. So I kind of trust AB a little bit, but AB is crazy. Why would you try to jump this guy? And apparently, some people decided that they wanted to go test AB's crazy to see if he was playing. And AB decided he was at an Aiden Ross streaming event. I don't know who Aiden Ross is, but he's a YouTuber. He got jumped outside the warehouse. Somebody tried to get his chains, and what he did was he exercised his Second Amendment rights. So let's watch this video real quick. This either we talk about these, either this is a skit or these people are way too desensitized for this. Because like you are recording this and not trying to help him.
Right. Like, damn, somebody at least.
Get me the hell up out of here! Yo! Not over here! Not over here! No! I just got smushed! Someone clip that, please! No!
Wow, wow, that's like the most exciting thing that ever happened in our life. Let's show something up because they said did he pull out a gun or did he shoot it?
What? Oh shit! AB get a scrap again! Oh shit! What? Oh shit! AB get a scrap again! Oh shit! What the fuck? That's security, AB! Shit! Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Shit! Oh shit!
This guy's a much better guy.
What? Oh shit! AB get a scrap again! Oh
Is the white guy somebody who was
what the fuck? That's security, AB! Shit! Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit!
I don't.
Back up, Pump! Pump, back up!
I got actually.
Who's that? Oh, sorry. Who the fuck is that nigga, bro? Who's who? Get down! Go! No, shots is crazy.
Oh man,
All right.
The aliens come and see these videos. I don't feel bad if they destroy us. We are just this is what we're coming to. Yo, that's crazy. They just I watched 30 people watch a man get jumped, record it, then shots fired, not even knowing if they should run or walk away and still keep their camera on.
I'm gonna tell you what I did, and again, this is just the way people grow up or instinctual. Like, so I didn't get shot at, but I was in an area where they were shooting at the Super Bowl in Tampa. I had on a black suit. I was fly with my Yeezys. I heard the shots. I did the first thing that I naturally know how to do. I dropped to the ground. Checked myself, looked at the people to the left and the right of me, kept hearing it, and then when I heard a break, sprinted to my truck, got out of there, got out of Dodge. And then instead of not recording, I got on my phone because me and the crew separated at this point. Hey man, y'all okay? Oh, we had got out before they even started. I was like, whoa, because they just started shooting, and I just don't know what happened. Because again, I'm trying to live.
Right.
I'm trying to live to tell the story. I don't want the story to be the last thing that people say. Like, you don't know where the shots coming from, man.
Imagine that's your last word. Somebody clip this.
Yeah, right.
You get
I just got mushed. Somebody make sure that the best thing in my life is when AB hit me in my face trying to get out of.
Sheila in college with a bright future. This is what we got. This is why.
Wait a minute. Somebody put he followed the guys outside with the gun. All right, so now I see why he was detained. He's lucky because the whole thing about stand your ground, right? SYG is you can't go anywhere. The minute that they believe you can leave, it's no longer SYG. Like, so you can't go follow somebody with a gun after the thing is done. But like, police, he was detained and questioned. He was, I won't even say detained. He was questioning. He was questioned. And that so okay, so what did the guy said something about that? Of course. Of course. It's always this new day and age, man. Nobody is, everybody's the victim. Like it ain't never. Again, but I'm weeding it out, bro. It happens. It's a natural thing. Even like with Kai would be like, "Hey man, Dad, Trey hurt me." Okay, what happened? Trey would tell me that he was hitting me, and then I just pushed him down. I'm like, Kai, you didn't lead with that. Like, but he still hurt me. Yes, but if you wouldn't have pushed him, he wouldn't have hurt you. And people don't want to hear these things.
Right.
All right. Are we going? These guys, they're just showing that. All right, man, bump that. Forget. That's enough of AB. So. RG3, again, engagement farming. RG3 is just the king. I don't know where I get having an opinion. If you want to say Angel Reese isn't better than Caitlin Clark, fine. If you don't believe Caitlin Clark, like there was a flagrant foul apparently, and Angel Reese got up like she was ready to hit Caitlin Clark. I don't know. Angel wasn't gonna do nothing. It's just what you're supposed to do as an athlete. Like just none of it. And then at the end of the time, at the end of the day, like even if you know it's a safe space, right? People are gonna break the fight up.
Right.
So nothing's gonna happen over the like crazy with it. I didn't watch it enough, but I know Caitlin Clark gave a really good response to it. Angel had a clean open layup that she was about to hit. She said, I'm not gonna let her get that. Love it. Like just like when people can dunk, like you go ahead, you give them a hard foul. Nothing wrong with that's part of the game. But everybody's analyzing Angel Reese's response to it. And I'm like, man. Game was pretty close at this point. There we go. That's her right there. So, is this the one from
I mean, that's not
but that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And that was a good basketball play. But she just but it's gonna, if you post this will get us 1 million views. You know why? Because they're gonna be the people who love Mel Gibson that are gonna say that's the way we want our women to play basketball the right way. Doesn't matter what it is, but everything Caitlin does, her shit smells like it's like a spray with lemon pledge to them. Right. And then there are gonna be people who love the sexy llama. And the sexy llama is going to be like, well, you got to do, like, it's a girl right now, like, and she's a therapist. That's in her title, Nick the Therapist. And she, like, has an emotional meltdown after everything. that happens with Angel Reese. I'm like, dog, how can you be a therapist if you break that? And this is the shit that's bothering you. I don't want no therapist that's bothered this much by sport. The thing is that you seeing two competitors go up against each other, and we're acting like we don't see men do the same shit.
Right.
And the crazy part is people think Mel Gibson can't do shit right. Because when Mel Gibson says, I think my sisters need to get more things, that's when the people who root for her say, well, I liked you until racism got involved. And then when she does this stuff, they love the porn actors. Like, just let them girls hoop. This is Magic Johnson, Larry Bird.
Yeah.
As close as we got from the female version of things. And part of it is because of that, man. Like, when you say Draymond, because let's read RG3's comment. Because RG3 made this comment, and I'm just like, she's not RJ. Not RJ. RG3's actual comment. After watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath that involved with it, blow it up. Because I was reading that. Yeah. There's no way Angel Reese can continue to lie like she doesn't like. That's the other part. That she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, not some basketball rivalry hate either. Here's where I don't like, where I think he's disingenuous, right? As a quarterback, when you get hit late, to the echo of the whistle, do you pop up and be like, thank you, sir, may I have another? It's sport. I promise you that girl, if that girl hated her, it'll be different. But RG3 knows that when I type that, it's going to get the people talking. Yeah. I'm going to have the people call me everything but a child of God on one side. And then I'm going to have the people who call me everything but a child of God with every other opinion I have, praising me for being, what do they call it? A free thinker. Like, but when the bottom line comes into two women are actually causing people to have a conversation about the WNBA when we were never having these damn conversations. Right. And neither one of them is, and the crazy part is neither one of them is the best player in the WNBA. It's the chick that's married. It's the chick that's on the Aces, I believe, that's the best player in the NBA. I can't think of her name, but like she can hoop. Every time I watch her, I'm like, damn, that bitch getting after it. And neither one of them is like worthy to be talked about. Talk about Paige. That's what I want you to talk about. Who's the other fine one with the sparks? That's some good milk right there, man. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna make me take a giant. Like, you're not like, dog, come on, bro. Like, because this is how I know the Caitlin Clark stuff is manufactured. You're not going to, like, she can hoop. James Coleman is saying on this day, I've always said Caitlin Clark can hoop. You are not going to convince me that Caitlin Clark is attractive. Caitlin Clark is not attractive by any means. Now, somebody's going to love her. Because one thing that says in America, I saw it at the beach this past weekend. No, it's a black man out there right now who wants that mid. And Angel does a phenomenal job of accentuating her positives. But she still looks like a sexy llama to me. But some of this other shit, y'all just trying to make it to like it's a cat fight, man. It ain't no cat fight. Hate mongering, that's it. Like, to be honest with you, in sports, most people, it ain't that big of a deal. Watch they play. Hate is what Jordan had for Isaiah. Yeah. Hate is keeping a motherfucker off the Olympic team. If he plays, I'm not playing. That's hate. And I know it's not that. Hate is what most people are doing to that young lady. Yes, she's profiting off of her fine ability. I know that's not a word, but fine ability is her best ability is her fine ability right now. But that girl was working out too, man. She was killing it. She's playing in other leagues. People just aren't following these chicks like that. But anyways, man, like I said, dog, y'all like some of the way, but RG3 is one of those guys that love mid. Ain't nobody going to defend a mid white woman more than RG3. He married her.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, she's pretty, but I'm not saying she's not like Paige though. Like, his wife is not ugly. It's just like, I'm just saying she ain't like She's better than Caitlyn though.
Oh, yeah.
But if I was expecting somebody to come to her defense, it'd be him. And it's like he's like, I gotta wear the cape. He's like a in shape Uncle Ruckus. But RG, you wild for that though. I don't want to talk about no PGA. I'm curious to what this who would have thought was though that we have here. We're gonna all watch this together because I don't know what Jaden put up here, but this is a who would have thought. What a big back
I know.
moment.
I'm saying,
but
bro,
I am so. First off, my favorite song of all time is "This Is How We Do It," and two, like that's crazy. Like how it can't be that easy.
He must be skilled.
One, because you have to the spray, you have to move it forward. So like, how is it spinning on the? How is it staying there? Or what is he doing? Is he pushing down? You gotta look at this. Oh, he's pulling it down. That's the only way. This is crazy. And to be honest with you, I don't really like that cheese like that. But like, that's a lot for one cracker. Wait a minute. The actual food. Not a lot for a cracker. I don't want anybody to misinterpret, but that's a lot for a cracker. They could remember how was it Budweiser? One of them had Real Men of Genius.
Oh yeah.
This could be Fatback of Genius. This could be a segment. I gotta get some hymns so I can hit them with the hymns. But this is definitely Fatback of Genius right here.
How do you even think to put?
Like, yeah, like what was going through your mind that day? Like, I want some cheese and crackers. There's a hole in this. You know what? This is one of the guys that I don't want to make money. Yeah, no. I don't know what else is in his diabolical mind to do to humans.
Innovations on being.
Yeah. This is interesting. Putting cheese. Never mind. We don't. All right. That's crazy though. What else? What else we got here? Oh, this right here, David Portnoy is pretty good. Like I want to play this, and here's what I think. In today's society, right? Everybody likes to everybody wants to do things traditional, right? Or what we've been raised to believe traditional. And we're no longer in a traditional society. We talked about this when Trump was coming up. No, it was one of the governor races, I believe. The guy came out and says the rent is too damn high. Yeah, the rent is too damn high party. That was like 8 years ago. It's way worse now. People are losing jobs. I think it's a time where people need to go back a little bit to where, like, pool resources so that you can actually so that you can live. If you're gonna leave somebody, man, if they're not physically or like emotionally abusing you, you probably should just figure out something to do with that person. Divorce is costly. And even in this situation, what we're going to listen to, I think had they talked it out and been more rational, they could probably be even more of a power couple, and that lady could have got more out of this situation. So the person we're about to do is it clearly Shannon Sharpe is taking the Kobe Bryant approach to having when you got allegations coming. Keep going out there and balling. He is putting out content more and more, interviewing everybody and trying to make us forget that it's a chick out here that that says she was going to do something to you so bad that you're going to want to marry her or so good that you're going to want to marry her. But David Portnoy is on here and he's talking about his ex-wife and the access that she has. And I think that just shows that white people do things differently too. But you could divorce somebody and be on good terms. You don't have to. We are trained to hate people when we leave them without realizing that there was a good time between them.
Yeah.
Like, you want to have a mind fuck? So many of y'all have been therapists for Cassie. Go listen to Cassie's testimony about her feelings about Puff right now, though. So that's what I'm saying. That's the big part. And a lot of us, if we just learn to mind our own business, but like, I kind of agree with them. Like, if you find somebody that you really trust like that, but like, let's play. I want you to hear it from his own words, and this is when you know you got bread, and it's crazy. Yeah, that one.
Your ex-wife have access to your bank account?
Yeah. I told you I trust her implicitly.
I beg your pardon?
Implicitly. I trust her. If she wanted to take it, she could. There's very few people that you meet where you can trust implicitly. And to be honest, she was there when we were living at the in-laws' house. She was there when we couldn't afford a hamburger. She was there through the grind. She, to me, just like we kind of separated when we started making it.
Right.
So she doesn't get to enjoy any of that.
Right.
To me, that's not right.
Wow. Hey,
I'm a loyalty guy.
You are a boy. You loyal to the song for real.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people doing that.
No, it surprises people. But she could have, if she wanted to do something with it, she
Right.
could have done with it a long time ago.
If your ex-wife, is she married?
She's dating somebody, boyfriend.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah. I want her to be happy. It's true.
But then she can't get no more access, Dave. She got to cut off, cut a little.
I won't even notice if it's gone.
You mean to tell me she might?
I mean, if she takes it all.
No. But she might take, like, you know what? I'm gonna have this extravagant wedding. I'm gonna spend, $500,000 on a wedding. You cool with?
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Lord have mercy. What did you learn during that marriage about yourself?
She's still my best friend.
Hold on, they're still talking.
Like, we get along
better as friends than
yeah,
in a relationship.
yeah. But she was with me at the beginning of this company, and like, if she called me right now, it's like, I need you, I'd be there. It's like we're it just didn't work as a marriage.
That one, they're both playing 4D chess. Why go negotiate and get a percentage when you can control it all? And if he cheated, so what? Like, I don't think people like just we've done the male delusion and the female delusion calculator. Statistically speaking, right now in America, if every man, gay, straight, in prison, whatever, married every female, gay, straight, in prison, or anything, there will still be 10 million women that will be single. What does that tell us, people? And if you got a guy who's a billionaire, dog, if you're not willing to do $1 billion worth of work, you need to be like, I saw this thing with Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown went to Haiti, right, in the 80s. And this lady was like, she's about to get evicted from her place. And Bobby Brown gave her money. And the lady was like, oh, you gave me all of it? Let's go to the hotel room right now. I'll give you some. And Bobby was like, no, I got a wife. And you know what that lady said to him? Your wife might need a break. And to be honest with you, bro, like, Tia Mowry's hit the portal, and she thought it was gonna be great. Dog, it ain't nothing out there for some of y'all. It ain't really that great out there, man. And to be honest with you, women love to talk about my body, my choice. That's your pussy, dog. The most we could do is hope to lease it, and hope that you don't. Because the thing is if he's a busy man, he ain't got time to. It's amazing the time and energy that people spend to go see if somebody else is cheating. That you could have done that with you could have done something productive with that. Because the case remains is if you feel like that means there's something that's not going on your part, or you feel like you're not doing that's enough. I ain't with that. But at the same time, David speaks as a man who knows I made it out of nothing. I can make it again if I lose it all over again. But I do know this. I have no intention of giving her 50% of my money right away. And she realizes that regardless of who she dates, and women love to say, I'm happy, that happy shit. All right. That man that you with knows he'll never be David Portnoy. And the only way he could take that is, again, it's the Tom Brady Giselle thing. The only way he could take it is if he's a man who's willing to take less than. And there are some Jodies, and women love Jodies. But at the end of the day, that woman going always that vagina might be somebody else's for right now. But if he wants to test drive that, he can test drive that whenever he wants to, because he knows. Imagine the guy who tried to date Coretta Scott King after Martin. Ain't no real man worth his salt going to date her, not because she's not a good woman, it's because I can't compete with MLK. It's an icon. Even with MLK fucking everybody and their mama. I like the idea. I think relationship, the older I get, the more my ideas and things on some of the relationship dynamics need to change, because a lot of people are choosing struggle for what? So that you can go on social media and find other single people to confer with you. Like, struggling is not fun, dog. Struggling is not fun. Find a way to make sure you don't have to struggle, and in particular if you got kids. Because yes, you can't do everything for your kids, but at the end of the day, them the only motherfuckers who didn't ask to be in that situation. At least let them graduate. I've seen a lot of people do that, but co-parenting, co-relationships, a lot of different stuff. Like, again, she may need to use. We talk about the end game, but this lady doesn't seem to be a parasite. She seems to be somebody, like, whatever her end games, maybe he can like help with. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Some of y'all need to try polygamy, or some of y'all need to try open relationships and just don't fuck up your happiness. Don't ask questions that you're not willing to get the answers to. Because right now, Cassie's husband is definitely. He gonna get that money from her, but y'all be in prayer for that man's mental, finding out that his wife is, man. Because I do know that no man wants to know that the woman that he's putting on a pedestal was a toilet for somebody else, literally and figuratively. Like, that's just kind of the hard thing. Like, I've had it done to me before, right? And this is when I broke it off and my mindset changed. I'm being told I gotta take you on a date. I gotta do all these different things, all this stuff, right? This is almost every man probably has their villain origin story. And I'm going to be transparent because this is like my therapy. I did all these things and I wasn't getting anything, right? To find out that, she cheated on me. And so I asked the simple questions like, did he take you to the movies? No, he didn't take me to them. Did he buy you flowers? Did he buy you a drink? Did he get you some dinner? No, he just walked in and just did it. Yeah, I said, fuck it. Fuck me up. Because the reality is, and then the more, when I'm an asshole, I accomplish a lot more when I'm an asshole. And that's unfortunate. Ladies, y'all really need to stop that shit. Men do accomplish more when they're assholes, or so is the feeling. The feeling is that. But anyways, last thing, I guess we got to get out of here. Oh man, nah, fuck. I'm mad. I'm hating on Flo Rida. I've never sipped Celsius, but fuck him with Celsius, man. It was another thing on there I think they end the show with. All right.
Whoa.
Is that a transmission?
That's what it's saying. Yep. It has to be. Yep. Yeah, because that chest is a man's chest.
Well, Boss Man D-Lo, a lot of the rappers, they tell you what they are in their names. So nothing surprises me about him. Didn't he make a song about getting his groceries ate on the top floor, like one of them songs or something like that? Or was that he talked about Rick Ross' baby mama trying to do it or something like that. But So apparently he's being outed by being on a D-low but here's my problem with two problems. Live your truth, young man. Secondly, if you guys realize you already have a lot of I'm an ally, by the way. But if you realize a lot of people dislike you for things like this, why do y'all keep doing shit like this? Like you can't throw a stone and hide your hand. But I can see now you just do people any kind of way. Because again, you're mad because he does you any kind of way. I haven't done nothing to you. So what you're talking about? I'm just saying you're not genuine for real. You just about money, F a bond, F a real friend vibe. All you talk about is linking up and having this. All I'm showing go to my Finsta to get more on y'all favorite. I don't even know what a Finsta is. Y'all act like we can pop out. You act like we can pop out and be in a relationship. You start a conversation talking, what am I supposed to be thinking? So why are you, why is, again, guess this is somebody supposedly exposing their convos with Boss Man D-Lo through IG. So he was texting them, and then this is just weird, man.
Yeah.
This is just weird. This whole world is weird. We got white bitches trying to get famous by getting shot at and being in a fight from a streamer's house, and we got transmissions that hit a lick. I guess literally from one of the most popular rappers that just can't be happy. I don't know what is happiness. Apparently, it's just like that quote from that movie. Happiness is a peanut. The key to life is a penis and an asshole. Happiness and an asshole. Apparently, Boss Man D-Lo took that literally and did not listen to his actually happiness in the household is the key to life. And yeah, man, I don't know, man, but I do know this. As I've said numerous times, I put it on a shirt, but my mom wouldn't wear it. As a man, I want everybody to realize this. It is a conscious decision to suck a dick. On that note, Boss Man D-Lo, do your thing, brother. I'm still gonna fuck with that song. That song was dope. Not gonna get me to not like it. Even though you rap the same, you can put a BX to plug. Those are my two favorite, some of my two favorite rappers right now. So outside of my guy Keem Ali, and BF the Pac-Man. But outside of that, man, I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Hope you're having a great Monday. Be very get after it, get active, do a lot of different things. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. If you can, make sure you oh shit. I guess we'd be going Wednesday afternoon. Just thought about that. Got promotion ceremony. Got the game on Mandarin plays on Thursday. If you're in Jacksonville, check that out at Bowles High School. Check out all the other different things that we have. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Can you put the microphone, not the microphone, the mouse over the eye so I can see how many we got here? Good night. Shout out to almost 500 people watching me on X right now. I wish I could just get y'all to please just consider coming over to the YouTube channel, but that's okay. Appreciate you anyway. Outside of that, man, appreciate you guys for chopping up with me. We will see you guys next time.